trying to make a slow transition from summer fragrances to fall fragrances. Now, okay, I'm over here trying to figure out different fragrances. You know, ordering fragrances can be really crazy. So yes, so as you can see, you know, you want to start with, you know, like the smaller bottles, because sometimes you don't know how the fragrance smells. It looks really good on paper, and then you get it and it's like, ugh, you didn't like that fragrance. But anyways, so it can get rather ridiculous. And I even have some back here. But anyways, but yeah, I have some all over the place. So what I'm doing is really pulling out some fragrances that I want to put out over the summer, and I know fall is coming in, so I'm trying to make a slow transition from summer fragrances to fall fragrances. Now, some fragrances I just keep year round, right? And that's Apple Honey, Drunken Love. I'm going to keep Sweet to Kiss now. I usually keep that for the summer, but I'm going to go ahead and keep that. Good Morning Gorgeous, I will always have that one. So usually every year I try to add one where I'm going to keep it year round. And so I think the one I'm going to keep year round this year would be Sweet to Kiss. And I love Sweet to Kiss, right? It is a tropical fusion. You have pineapple, coconut, mango, hint of peach. It's very, very nice, and you know, again, the fragrance is just amazing. So yeah, here fragrances like this one is a fall favorite, Bright Autumn Blossoms. That's a fall favorite. So it makes up the florals of fall. So I'll probably make a couple of those to go out. This one right here, I've been wanting to put it out, but I just really can't figure out a name for it. It smells, to me, I like it. It has, it smells like Jergens lotion. And I like that. I like Jergens lotion. So, of course, we can't name it Jergens. I gotta think of a name. But I think I want to bring that out. So, I'm gonna get started on my rose oil. So I got my rose oils already done. Short one, usually with measurements, I usually can get at least 10 in there, and I'm kind of short. So I don't know what happened with that. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this was supposed to make 10. I'm going to try to make some more, but I don't know if I have time. I say this process is not just me just throwing throwing oils and roses together. It is a process. I do an infusion of roses, an infusion of another type of floral that I use, and that may take approximately maybe about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And so, yeah, it takes time. But moving on to body butters. Okay, so this was almost a huge mistake. I almost used this water. This is spring water, and this is distilled water, okay? This is my distilled water. When you're making skincare products, you're using distilled water because distilled water doesn't have contaminants in it. Take out all the viruses and bacteria and you know, contaminants that fresh water may have. You want to use distilled water. So when I make my body butters, I do a double batch. Okay. This event, they said it brings out a lot of people. Because you can't really focus on the right people because, like I've said, I've been at, you know, several events. I've done, you know, several vending events, and you can still have a lot of people and don't, you know, don't come out with a profit. So my body butter, if I can get it in their hands and let them feel it, they're sold 90% of the time. I promise you. That's a blessing because I've worked on this formula for years to try to get it to where I want it to be. So I thank God for it. You know, a lot of times things don't go as planned. Of course, my box of gloves did not come in. They're supposed to be here tomorrow, but I don't want to wait till tomorrow to start doing stuff. You know, I got too much to do. The festival is Saturday, so they're going to allow people to set up Friday. So Friday around 2-3 o'clock, we're going to go ahead, set up our tent, set up our tables and things like that. Maybe bring some other stuff that we may need. And then Saturday morning, we'll go with our product. And you always need some alcohol. You know, this is 99% alcohol to kill those germs, okay? My stuff didn't come in, but the show must go on. I paid for the event, and I'm not missing it. Literally sanitizing everything. You don't want any contaminants in your products. And it is a stabilizer. Is start getting ready to put it on the stove. I'm trying to get it to like 135, 40-ish. I like my water to some of my water to evaporate out. So it's at like 63 ounces now. I want it down to 60 ounces. Get ready to put it on the stove. Okay, so shea butter, and I get my shea butter from Sulu Organic Shea Butter, and this is my mango butter. Where do I get this from? Plant Guru. So I buy this in bulk. I think I had someone ask me how long have I been doing this. Well, I would say I started around when COVID. I was a cookie artist, and I kind of ended that. That was another story for another time. And then I just started, you know, focusing on body butters and that. And actually, my little one, she was in this kid entrepreneur group, and so I helped her kind of, you know, get started with lip glosses and stuff like that. And so I was like, you know what, I wouldn't mind jumping on board with that. And so I started just working alongside, and here I am today. I started around, you know, COVID, you know, not the first year of COVID, but maybe around the second year, you know, doing stuff online. It's all a learning curve, and I'm going to tell you right now, you won't get it the first time, second time, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. You know, it's going to take some time. So let's go ahead and start measuring for getting our body butters ready to get on that stove. Like, this bag is a mess, right? I went out of town and I ordered this while I was out of town, right? Kind of estimating the day I was going to be back, the day I knew for certain I was going to be back. Okay, and I was back that day. However, they delivered it around 10 o'clock that morning, 10, 11 o'clock that morning, and I didn't get back until 7. I lost a lot of body butter. So the summer is ending. Over the summer I do really good at the farmer's market, and going into the fall when it gets cooler, business does slow down out there because, you know, I mean, it's cool out there and the farmer's market is pretty much outside. So business will start getting dwindling. And I know what the problem is. It's like I need to be online a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was consistent being online, you know, pushing the product, but I'm not. I used to go online. I used to go on social media all the time when I was doing my cookies and stuff. I don't know. I think it's just, you know, life be lifing, right? And then, you know, I've gotten older. You know, don't play with me. I'm not like old. I'm 54. And so I'm just like, you know, just kind of taking life as it comes now. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, you know, when I was younger, it was more like hustle, grind, you know, move. You know, so now I'm just taking it, you know, just taking it as it comes. I say it all the time. Oh, I'm gonna start doing lives. And life be lifing out here. I do have a full-time job. So here is what it looks like. So quite a bit amount of butter, and then I'm getting ready to put my oils in there. So I'm adding my oil. I'm gonna tell you a little story, right? Now, I know everybody is familiar with Tabitha Brown, right? I think you guys should be familiar with Tabitha Brown. If you ever listen to her, every once in a while, she will talk about her mother. Her mother gave her a dime. I think her mother gave her a dime for something associated with a dime. A dream she may have, or some sort of premonition, or, you know, something that was very eventful that may have occurred or something like that. There'll be a dime like laying around, a dime on a car seat, a dime in her bed, and that kind of signifies the presence of her mother. I remember her also saying that, you know, we have to really pay attention to things where we kind of brush them aside. But when I was pouring, I don't know if you noticed me, but I started smiling at the end because my numbers on my scale was 203. I associate that with, you know, my address and that I grew up at, 203 Roosevelt Street, and with my mother. And when I see 203 and I pay attention to it, because it comes up on random things quite often. And if I'm pumping gas, if I'm doing, you know, so counter, you know, I just pay attention to that. And especially when it comes to my business, I pay attention to it, and I'm like, my mom is present in the moment, right? And so but yeah, so I just started smiling when I seen that 203 on. And I think the older you get, the more you miss your parents. If you have your parents, you know, just love them. For those that, you know, your parents may have passed, and you want to bring back some memories, you know, think of different things that you guys did, or a number that you like, or something that will bring back the memories of your parents. And my thing is my address, 203 Roosevelt Street. So yes, so she's here right now. Over the years, everything that she instilled in me, everything that she put in me, you know, it kind of manifested itself. And so here I am today. Okay, we're getting ready to add our emulsifiers. And I make an emulsification body butter. My body butters are more like lotions. Okay, so this is our emulsifier. So I think I'm getting ready to make a few candles. These are the containers I'll be using. I really love amber. It gives the candles such ambiance and just such a warm, just romantic type of feel to the candles. So yeah, I like that. Candles, you guys, do your homework on candles. It is not for the faint of heart, okay? It is very intimidating, and it took me almost 3 years to really start. You know, always do your homework, always, you know, stay ahead of the game, period. This smells so good. This is Sunwashed from Candlescience, and it is really, it smells, first of all, it's a clean, fresh scent. There are some scents you can say, okay, this is a candle. And then there's some scents that you say, okay, this is a lotion or a scrub or whatever. This scent, I feel like, is a candle, a scrub, a lotion, a air freshener. It smells really good. I'm gonna try something new. Not that I have a problem with this, but if you heat up the jars, the candle wax, you know, will adhere to the jar instead of pulling up. I don't know if you ever paid attention. Sometimes you'll go buy candles and like the candle wax will kind of like move away from the jar a little bit. And if you heat them up, it'll adhere to the jar. So I think I'm gonna try that. I'm using Premier Wicks 740 for these 9-inch jars, and I got them from this the guy he's the owner and operator of Black Tie Barn. I really like him, so if you follow him and you're making candles and you're following him, he knows his stuff. And he also has special guests on there that also have very successful candle businesses that, you know, offers a lot of tips and tricks and, you know, techniques. I don't even know where I got these little glue dots. Okay, I can't remember where I got these, but they're really easy to get. You know, you can get them at any of your suppliers that sell candle supplies. These right here are awesome. It takes you a long time to get them though. You know, you're gonna wait at least 6 weeks to get these. You know, these are from Northwood Candle Supply. Northwood Candle Supply. But with these, you're gonna get it right each and every time. I'm done for tonight. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. Got me some body butters done. I'm gonna make another batch when I get up. I got some candles over there. I still have a lot to do. I'm gonna make some bath bombs. I did my rose oil, and I think I'm gonna make some turmeric lemon scrub. But I also have a product that's already made, and all I'm doing is adding more to it. I'm the type that I like to have more, you know, so my setup will look full. Like you could just come in there and like you're actually in a store, and there's just so much to choose. I like my my setup like that. So I'm getting ready to go to bed. I'm tired, and I will finish this video tomorrow. Setting up for the Honeybee Festival. This is supposed to be one of the biggest festivals in Kernersville. It's going to be a big crowd, and so you're not going to be able to get to your area, so you want to come and set up early. And I think that was a good idea, because look, like, this is where they're going to be walking at.